Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. We're going to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Shalom. Got an update on what's going on with the port crisis, which if Esau does not get this resolved, this can lead us into the famine. It can very well do that. So we're gonna watch and see if these devils gonna fix it, or if they even can fix it. Because what's happening, it's a stalemate. See, right now, greed is destroying Babylon the Great, aka America. Greed is destroying it. Because now the people who are being oppressed are now saying that they can't make ends meet unless the ones who got all the money give up some of them ends, which they got the money. When you look at all these billionaires, Babylon the Great, but they want to suck up all, what they say, rich get richer and poor get poor. So they want to suck up all the resources. Now the people are starting to fight back. This is what's starting to happen right now. And it's bigger than when I first did a lesson on it. So I got a little update on it. About to play the clip.
It's already looking like the ports are definitely going on strike. And to her point, it's not just from Texas through Florida up to the west coast, up to the east coast. There's ports internationally that are also involved, and we're also hearing that it might even spread all through the west coast and up their side as well, as contract negotiations are nowhere near what is being asked for. A lot of these people who are longshoremen who work at the ports are stating we're going on strike for sure. We're also, this is affecting 45,000 people, and there's a lot of people in the comments saying, yeah, but we just went through this with COVID when they closed the ports down. We didn't have the inflation during that time that we have now. Imagine shortages, and on top of that, inflation. It's going to be a shit show, and I'm not trying to spread fear at all. I'm just trying to make more people aware so that you prepare for it. If you prepare for it, you have a better chance of not having to go through times where you don't have all the things that you need. It's definitely not the end of the world, but it's going to be an uncomfortable time where we will all eventually get through it and things will get back to normal, but it's something for us to be prepared for, and that's all I'm trying to do is make others aware.
So that dude said that most likely they're going to strike. He might got some inside information on that. You know, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But what it looks like, what the Lord is doing is blockade and siege. Like the scriptures call for a famine. And it looks like we're going to see that. And you got to look at what else is going on. You got the U.S. talking to the UN and the WHO. Right now they're doing the UN assembly called a Pact for the Future. So they got plans going on. So this could be part of the plans. You just never know with Esau Edom. But what we do know is that they're threatening to go on strike. And if they strike, nothing comes in. And it's going to lead to a shortage of everything. And then prices going to skyrocket. So Babylon the Great could go down coming up in a couple months. And this is happening right before the election. Look at the timing of that. Yahshua, the timing. Like you got all this pressure building up. I mean, like something about to pop. And it's all for greed, which shows you that the Lord is in control. Because all Esau got to do is release funds. He got all the resources. That's all the people hollering for is funds. But this devil wants to hoard everything. So that's him losing his wisdom. The Lord made his wisdom go. He don't know how to keep the bread going. Because if there's no bread, there's not going to be no circus. If you don't have no bread, no circus, the people will attack you. And that's what's about to happen unless they start spreading this money out. You know, so I'm going to get my first precept. I just had to do an update on that. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting a critical mass. And then we're gonna talk about another strike that's going on where I do have inside information. But let's get this first precept. This Proverbs 15 and 27. It says, he that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house. That's the scriptures, baby. But he that hateth gifts shall live. So you hear that? It says, he that is greedy of gain shall trouble his own house. That's what's happening to Esau Edom right now. And I say Esau Edom, talking about the so-called white man. He's too greedy for gain. And what's happening? He's destroying his own country. Esau's doing this by being greedy. You see that the dollar bill is collapsing, inflation is increasing. You need to let out some money to offset that. But this devil like, I ain't giving the people no money. And then the people, the grinders, you know, your workers are hollering because they can't make a living. What you think is going to happen? This place is about to collapse. That's what's about to happen. So I'm looking at these Edomites. I'm looking at Esau like, you know, what you going to do? Is the Lord going to make it where it collapses right now? Or are you going to give in and kick the can down the road? Because eventually this is going to happen. So I'm just trying to see, are they going to let it happen now? Or are they going to try to delay it? Because the scriptures call for a famine, call for troubles of the cities. So all those things must go into play. You got World War III cooking up. You can't keep kicking the can down the road forever. So I'm looking at Esau like, you might as well make it go time right now. So Lord willing, that they don't give the people what they want. And the people go ahead and go haywire. You know, get to attacking. Because they can't make it, like, it's really, really rough out here. Really rough. Everything's went up except for paychecks. And like, if you ain't in the mindset to save money, conserve, you know, you still in that mirth, want to party and do what you used to do 10 years ago, you're going to be in trouble. They say it's good to know the times that we're in. And I notice men know that better than women. Women right now have been very frivolous. They don't know what's going on. They just want to party and be in comfort like they've been, and they don't want to make the proper adjustments. Like Deuce in the video, I'm just trying to make you prepared. And I ain't going to say women. It's a lot of men ain't prepared either, man. All these dudes, little effeminate dudes, they not ready for this either. A lot of people ain't ready for this. Only ones that got a sense of what's going on, because they country anyway, is the lower level Edomites, the working class. They sense that they not getting done right. And I believe through the spirit, they're going to be the first ones to rally against Esau. It's going to be his own people. Because, you know, Jake, hey, we will make $1 out of 15 cents. You know, we've been dealing with hard times, but Esau's the one really, really feeling this pressure. And everybody going to feel it when them grocery stores start getting up short. You know, everything start having shortages because nothing's coming in. That's the Lord doing that. And I bet you then watch people start to want to listen to what we got to say. When the grocery stores only got like a couple items in them, then they gonna want to hear the word of the Lord. But at the same time, they're trying to get rid of freedom of speech, or they're gonna try to cut this word out. So why a lot of moves are being made at this time, Yahshua. A lot of moves, impactful moves are being made, because we're in the spirit of prophecy, and it's playing out. So I got another clip, which I have inside information on this other situation that can have drastic measures on Babylon the Great, because right there you're hearing the ports is messed up. That goes in the truck driving, trains, and then you also got the air transportation about to get disrupted because Boeing workers are on strike. So let's get a clip on that. Get some info. And I know some people that work at Boeing, so I kind of got an inside information on what's going on with their situation. So we're going to watch this clip, and then, you know, I'm going to let you know about it. So check it out.
Are still Boeing's best and final wasn't good enough. Machinists are still marching Tuesday after rejecting the company's latest offer to end the strike. But is the offer itself the problem, or how the company went about it? Here's what Boeing put on the table, explicitly saying it was its best and final. The company raised raises from 25% to 30%, doubled the ratification bonus to $6,000, reinstated the annual bonus plan, and increased the 401k company match to 100% for the first 8% of pay. Boeing said the offer is contingent on a vote by the end of the week, which would bring the strike to an end after 2 weeks. But here's where the International Association of Machinists says Boeing went wrong. First off, the union has been asking for 40% raises over 4 years, in line with what the United Auto Workers achieved in 2023. But mostly, the negotiating team says Boeing disrespected them and the bargaining process by sending the offer to all members and the media while the negotiating team was still reviewing the details. IAM writes, Boeing has missed the mark with this proposal. They are trying to drive a wedge between our members and weaken our solidarity with this divisive strategy. The union says they won't be voting on Friday despite Boeing's demands and will be sending a survey to striking members to get their input on the offer. More than 30,000 machinists walked off the job more than a week ago. It's Boeing's first work stoppage in 16 years, and Bank of America estimates it's costing the company $50 million a day. In the meantime, Boeing has introduced rolling furloughs for employees not on strike to save money. The last strike the company faced in 2008 lasted 8 weeks, but aviation analyst Richard Abulafia tells me this time should be different.
That last strike you mentioned, the CEO at the time, Jim McNerney, his ambition was to break the back of labor. He never saw the value of cooperation. He was, interviewed on, I believe, or heard on a live mic saying, the workers will still be cowering or something vaguely amateurish and kind of childish like that. Kelly Ortberg is the exact opposite. So I think this is going to be handled a lot faster.
If not, newly minted CEO Kelly Ortberg risks a credit downgrade on his watch. Moody's put all of Boeing's ratings on review for a downgrade when machinists voted to strike, while Fitch said that a strike that lasts more than a couple of weeks does increase the risk of a downgrade on their end. Long before the strike, Boeing has been battling financial and cultural struggles. To get the full picture of what's gone wrong at Boeing, we've got a great interview for you to check out. Search for it at san.com or on the Straight Arrow News app.
Now, that is the air transportation, commercial airlines, things of that nature, Yashrala. And Boeing has been doing real bad the past couple of years. They've been losing money. And then with them losing money, they've been doing stupid stuff is what's been happening at Boeing. They've been letting their greedy CEOs, because they don't do their job, and the CEOs will get themselves bonuses, get severance pay, and they've been taking all the money and not giving none to the workers, and the workers are underpaid. So now the workers want that 40%, as the clip said, and I'm hearing they're not going to budge on that. I also found that they want their pension back. They don't have the pension they used to have, which I don't believe they're going to get that back, but that's what they say they want back. Now, as you seen through the clip, that move that Boeing pulled proves that the people are winning, because Boeing is losing money, and they can't afford to keep losing money. I heard they're losing each day to strike, they're losing $150 million. And so you see how they put the stuff out there to try to ruin the workers, ruin their unity, their solidarity. They're trying to put them against each other. Same move they try to do to Jake. And it's not working. That's not going to work. Esau is the point now where you got to play fair. You got to get people what they need so they can make it. The grinders. And they got the money. If you could pay your CEO $32 million, get the last one a severance payment, though he did a real bad job. See how them planes did bad. Then you need to pay your workers better. And that's just common sense to show you that Esau ain't got it, man. Everything in this country is crumbling. And then Boeing also bought out, check this out. It goes deep, Yashrala. I'm about to give you the 411 on this Boeing situation. Check this out, Yashrala. Now, Boeing bought out another company called Spirit Aerosystems. The reason they did that is because Spirit Aerosystems makes parts for their competitor Airbus, which is owned by, the European countries. They did that because Airbus is really better than anything Boeing makes, the 737. So they did that move to slow out their competitor, but what they did was hurt their own self, because now, as you can see, they can't get everything online, because with the workers striking, it's going to be a shortage of parts for the other company named Spirit Aerosystems. So everything's about to come to a screeching halt, and they ain't going to make no money. Meanwhile, Airbus is still trucking along. So it look like the European countries might get a foothold. Because I believe if Boeing goes under, which I doubt they will, I can see them doing a government bailout, because they did it last time. But to say if they get hurt, Airbus is gaining ground right now. So Boeing tried to do a dirty tactic to slow up their competitive, and it backfired on them. I know everything Esau do right now is backfiring on him, which I know they're not going to win with the MOTB system. Everything they doing is backfiring right now. Everything. And I'm like, the one move you need to do to fix your issue is you got to do right. Pay the people what they want. Give them their money. At least what, 38% something? Give them their money. But it shows you that Esau Edom is truly the wicked. And then they break their own rules, trying to go over the union's head and disrupt that unity. But these people, they don't know. Because I know some people that work for Boeing. They're unified. So I'm looking at these CEOs, the executives, like, you might as well pay up, man, because they not playing, because they're angry. I know people that work at Boeing say they struggling to pay for their house, struggling to pay their car note. They struggling. And then they look at the CEO making $30 million. The last one left with $32 million after he did a bad job. Come on, man. CEO should not be making that type of money, man. He should be making like maybe $1 million tops, but not no 30. And that's just like base pay. I didn't even count the bonuses. He probably walked away with about 50, 60 million. So you can pay people a decent wage. And then when you look at companies like Amazon, that's almost $1 trillion company. He can pay them people a bigger wage and not hurt them. Look at Tesla. He can pay them people more money. They can pay people more money. They can keep up with these competitive wages, but they just don't want to because they're too greedy, man. The rich stay richer. You know, that's how Esau's philosophy. And I'm looking like, okay, Esau, the working class gonna come for you, man. You seen what they did January 6th for Trump. Now, if they can't make ends meet, pay for housing and transportation or pay to put, food on the table, what you think gonna happen? I would not want to be a politician at this time. I really wouldn't, because it's about to get real, real ugly if Esau don't spread this bread around. It's called bread and circus. To keep the circus going, you need bread. And Esau ain't trying to give out no bread. So it looking like a collapse, man. Is what it's looking like. Let's go get this, because when that happens, say if the dudes that work at the port, the porter workers, say if they strike, oh man, that's gonna lead to the famine. Because ain't nothing gonna come in. So let's go to Matthew 24:6, and it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, they be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, the MOTB got to be issued out. That's going to be Esau's answer to inflation when the dollar collapses. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, that's about to happen, and kingdom against kingdom, that's happening now, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. See, so if these ports shut down from the East Coast to the West Coast and the Gulf, that's USA wide. If these ports shut down, these stores are going to dry up, man. They're going to dry up. And that's when you're going to see a lot of evil being spread around, wickedness, man. People going to go on survival mode. They're going to get like rabid dogs. And it's going to lead to this precept right here. I think I got it in the highlights. It's going to lead to this precept right here. And this is so spot on, this next one I'm about to pull. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 18. For because of their pride, I got to have all the money. The city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You read that? I'm going to read verse 19 too. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So because of these prideful executive CEOs, all these business dudes, Esau think he this tough stuff, not really, not being smart, don't know how to take care of nothing, not letting the money circulate. You got to give your working class some money, some relief. They the ones who making it go. But because of the pride of them, they got to have these super yachts and spaceships and all that kind of stuff. They're not caring about the poor. It say what? The city shall be troubled. Because they're going to spill out these cities, man. They're going to attack the rich. They're going to attack them, man, and take and spoil their goods. Like the verse 19 said, man. They ain't going to have no pity. They don't care about what these rich people. I'm looking at everybody that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that stay like in the Utica area, like 31st and Lewis, them big giant mansions. Man, I can see people going for them houses and taking everything they got. The police will be overwhelmed. The military will be overwhelmed. This is about to get real, real ugly. And we're all for it. You know, we're prepared spiritually for these situations, for what's about to happen. So I'm just like, man, I hope it do go down like that. Like, keep being a fool, Esau. It don't hurt my feelings none. You know, we still struggling, but we know we got relief coming on the back end. For these people, this is all this is the best they gonna have it. And they got hopes and dreams, you know, American dreams. And when they get crushed, they're gonna come crush the elites. They're gonna do that. So I just had to pull that because I'm like, man, you got major companies, transportation companies, going on strike right now. All this turmoil right before the election. So things is gonna get ugly, man. And we gotta stay prayed up, you know, stay in this truth. Cause we might, hey, this might be it, y'all, Shirley. Cause I'm like, shoot, I hope it go down. Cause I'm tired of grinding in Babylon the Great. This place is wearing us down. You know, it's filthy. It's straight bullshit. And it needs to go. It get worse every day. Every day Babylon the Great get worse. So Lord willing, they strike and stick it to the, you know, the elites. Stick it to the rich man. And we get the ball rolling. And it's the Lord doing this, man. Blockade and siege. He making them elite Edomites be dumb. They don't see the pending doom coming their way. Because it's a lot of Babylonians and they got a lot of guns. I wouldn't even want to be a part of the military right now because they're going to have to fight. That's why they need them UN peacekeeper troops. Because the military, they know they ain't military enough. Plus, they got to go fight overseas too. There's going to be wars breaking out all over the world. Which lets you know Babylon the Great is going to go down. Because they're spread too thin. Your military is all over the place. You can't fight everybody. Then fight your own U.S. citizens too. That's too much of a fight. It's too much of a force. So this place is on its way for a collapse. And we're witnessing it. So, hey, have your spiritual bags packed. Because it look like we ain't got much longer to go, man. I'm going to keep an eye on this Yasharallah on both situations. Especially like the Boeing situations. I got some insiders on that. I know about the Boeing situation. And we'll see if the port, the workers at the port, or see if they're going to strike. And it's going to have some dire consequences, man. Inflation going to go through the roof. So I'll say, hey, be real wise with your money at this point. Because stuff is about to get crazy. So with that being said, you know, this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah. And stay locked in because your house is quickly on the way. Shalom.